What's up, everybody? Trinity here, and welcome to the Morning After Comic Book Chat. This is going to be, I guess that's going to be the name for this new show that we're doing here on Thursday mornings, the morning after New Comic Book Day. And we're going to talk about some of the comic books that I got for, I guess on Wednesday, the new comic book day, right? So I've got some comic books here that I've got read that some of them I've got to review, but guys, I've been really busy in my personal life with my business and everything. And guys, I have a whole stack right here of comic books that I have failed to get some reviews done on. Some of them I actually have videos shot. I just haven't had time to get them edited and things like that. Just personal things going on in my life. You guys totally understand how that is. I'm sure you all have jobs and things like that, just like all of the rest of us, right? And families and friends and just a life you have to balance. So just been very busy, haven't got a chance to get all of these things done, because obviously I've got to put my business that actually makes me money and puts food on my table ahead of editing videos. But I've still been doing the live streams here for you guys, and I appreciate you all so much for being here. So I do have some comic books that I want to talk about here today. I'll be shooting some reviews on some of these. You guys, I've already done my review of Marauders issue number 9. A great book. I really did enjoy this issue. The art in this book, not so much, but the story I have really been enjoying in Marauders. And this issue was a really great issue. Another one I've got the video shot for was Black Cat issue number 10. This one I was waiting to read because issue number 9 kind of has, it has Wolverine in it. It kind of ties into, obviously the X-Men and what's going on in Krakoa. Krakoa was mentioned in the last issue. It didn't really have as many connections as I would think that it might have. But the thing that got me was because in issue number 9, we seen that Black Cat and Wolverine were in Madripoor, and they were actually going to deal with Cade Kilgore. And that Cade Kilgore is kind of right now doing in the comic books, or in the X-Men books, he's kind of, part of the Hominis Verendi that's been kind of going out there doing all the anti-mutant stuff. So I was wondering if something was going to be going on there. But I wonder if there's something that's going to spill over from that, because there was this piece of technology that they had that they got here in the Black Cat issue. Made me kind of wonder, I wonder if that's going to play any part in the issues, in the future issues of, like the X-Men and, in the whole X universe and everything. But I don't know. I thought Black Cat issue number 10, it was pretty decent. Like, the series overall has been pretty good. I haven't done very many reviews here on the channel of it, but I will probably do that when I do a review for this, kind of just go over them. It might be a little bit longer of a video. But yeah, Black Cat, it's been interesting. It's been interesting. It hasn't been boring. It's been fun. It's been silly. Just some kind of crazy things going on with Felicia Hardy and her I guess her little crew, where they go around stealing shit. It's pretty cool. It's pretty good. Depending on what you guys like, you might want to check it out. You could probably buy some of the trades, pretty cheap on Marvel.com. The digital versions and things like that. You can find they're pretty cheap if you get just the digital. If you want the prints, they do cost a little bit more. I think most trades usually range anywhere from $15 all the way up to $20. Probably even higher if you want the hardback. Another one I got here, guys, is King of Nowhere. This one right here was a great one. It's being written by W. Maxwell Prince. I was talking a little bit about this yesterday. This was a really good book. The art in this book is definitely something different. I'll go ahead and show you guys, like the inside page there with some of the art and everything going on. Again, a really great read. It's really weird because, like, W. Maxwell Prince, he does horror with the Ice Cream Man series, and here I can't say that this is necessarily that it's necessarily horror quite yet, but there are definitely some very odd things going on here. And you can see, guy wakes up on the side of the road, and you're like, hey, what the hell? And then a guy pulls up, starts talking to him, and a very, peculiar looking fellow. Very good stuff though. King of Nowhere. It's on Boom Studios. Boom Studios has been putting out some very great books. They obviously seen a talent in W. Maxwell Prince. Just seeing what they do in the Ice Cream Man books. So they're probably like, hey man, come over. What book you got? So this King of Nowhere, I think it's going to be interesting. I'm not sure how many issues this series is going to be. If it's going to be like a little 5-issue miniseries, which I think that it is. It could be 5, it could be 6, but either way, I can't wait to see what they have more in store for us with the King of Nowhere. If you guys have one, you guys definitely want to read because it's weird. Like he's running into all these different people, running into all these different people in this bar, in this town that he's at, and just some really weird things happening here. Like you can see right here, he starts talking to this fish, this guy with this fish head, and he's talking about the guy, like hey, like you're just a hallucination. Don't worry, everything will be all right because this guy is tripping. Because this guy is going to be coming after him to kick his ass, and the guy's like, "Oh man," he's like, "All right, man." He's like, "If you say it's a hallucination, man, I'll try to keep that in mind while I'm getting my ass beat." So some definitely like there's some funny kind of comical things going on in here, but the tone and everything that's going on here with this story, this really leads me to believe that somewhere maybe in the next issue it's going to go off the rails and it's going to be great. Another one I just got done. I was reading was a Spider-Man Noir issue number 1 as well. I thought this one was pretty good. It was I don't know. It was a different a decent read. Here we got Margaret Stowe as the writer. You can see the names of all those people there who wrote this book. Obviously Spider-Man Noir is taking place in like in like the past. And Peter Parker is here. He's investigating this death. We see J. Jonah Jameson here in the story. Mary Jane Watson. And yeah, she's living next door to Aunt May still. It's just a whole bunch of I don't know how to feel about this story. Obviously, it's something like an alternate universe taking place back in the 1920s. Just I don't know. It wasn't a bad read. It wasn't a bad read at all. But he's out there just trying to solve this mystery, some different things going down, and obviously people know who he is. I haven't read, if there, any of the previous iterations of this particular character. There's probably some things that happened in that series that are spilling over into this series that that I myself don't know about. But I thought this was it was a pretty decent read, here. But I'm not sure if it's something that I want to continue reading or will continue reading. But let me know. I mean, if you guys want me to do more reviews on Spider-Man Noir, if you guys have read it, just let me know. Like I said, I don't know. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was okay. Then another one here, guys. One of my favorite comic book publishers, Vault Comics, man. They've just been putting out some really good titles, and they've been on I'd say they've been on a pretty good streak here. But this one right here, Money Shot issue number 5, guys. This book is hilarious, absolutely hilarious. Being written by Tim Seeley and Sarah Beatty. Um, Drawn by Rebecca Isaacs, the colors by Kurt Michael Russell, lettered by Crank. This book is very hilarious. It's very crude. I would say definitely more adult oriented. You definitely don't want your kids reading this. But hey, who says the comic books are for kids anyway, right? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, you know what? And speaking of kids, did you guys catch the show on Fanjextra's show yesterday when we were talking about the 2010s Pixar films? It was a good show. It was a good show. It was quite interesting. It was quite interesting. But yeah, I don't know. It was a good time. I mean, I would have still liked to seen Toy Story 3 win, but anyway, maybe next time. Maybe next time, right? I don't know. But yeah, it was a good time. If you guys haven't checked out Fanjextra, make sure you go check out Fanjextra. You know what? Speaking of which, there are some links down in the description. If you would like to, you could become a monthly Patreon supporter. It's nothing you have to do, but we are going to be doing a Patreon live stream here on the channel later today. I don't know, maybe about 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which would be 8 p.m. Eastern if you're out there on the East Coast. I don't know, maybe somewhere around there. I'll have that scheduled up, but that will be for the Patreon supporters. And then I'm going to be doing some other live streams over there, just stuff that I don't want to put, all kinds of stuff here on the channel. We'll be having some of those conversations, maybe with some different people and things like that. Just on Patreon, not exclusively for Patreon supporters only. Just something to get people over there, checking out my Patreon, I guess. So make sure you do that. Make sure you follow those links down there in the description. Also, if you'd like, you can send in direct donations to the channel via Streamlabs, or you can always send in through the super chats as well. That's just going to go into making better, nicer produced videos, like you can see right here, using the camera and everything. Everything looks all nice. It'll be just like that, I guess. It would be like that all the time. So yeah, I don't know. And that's why I'm, just the upgrades for the channel. That's all that money's going towards, And after we get things looking all nice and crispy here, then I'll probably put it into maybe getting a wider variety of comic books, because some people want me to start reading more DC, for some reason. Why more DC? More indies, man. That's what I'm talking about. More indies. And I was thinking about maybe we'll do a thing with the Streamlabs. Maybe through the Streamlabs, the first little bit of money, we'll use like the first $30 that gets through there to back up maybe one of the Indiegogos or Kickstarters out there. I was thinking one from like your boy Zach or something. I don't know. He's a funny dude. He cracks me up. His channel makes me laugh, and I've been wanting to check out one of his books, but like I said, I've been spending a lot of money on regular comic books, and and we'll get on a live stream. I'll read it. We'll get on a live stream. We'll talk about it. I'll show you guys the book and everything. It'll be all good. I don't think he'll be mad as some of these other people would about me sharing the hell out of his book, like Marvel would hit me with copyright strikes or something if it showed too much. Anyway, guys, getting back to Money Shot issue number 5. This book is hilarious. It's very crude. Definitely more for adults. What we've got is there are these scientists who go out into space to basically start live streaming themselves having sex with aliens. And along the way, they had to get comfortable with each other, get to know each other. They all had sex with each other, and yes, you can see there are dudes and chicks in here and they all had sex with one another. Yes, one another. So yes, the two dudes had, it's adult stuff. I mean, like I said, you don't have to like it, because I'm not into that. But this book is hilarious. This book is hilarious. And this issue number 5, I want to go back through and read all of the issues now that they're all out, because this is the end of this, at least this first story arc. And I want to go back and reread them all and bring a bigger, larger, more kind of overview for this, because it will be coming out on trade paperback, I believe, next month. Next month? So you definitely want to check this one out if you're into some of that kind of stuff. Very adult oriented. These they went into space to have sex and film themselves having sex with aliens. They ended up getting caught on this one planet and being held captive. What they did was they gave this alien an orgasm. And then this other guy who was like, it was just funny. This dude, he has these big nuts and like dude, I'm telling you, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Something you definitely have to read, and you have to definitely be into that kind of humor and stuff like that. But I've been thinking that Money Shot has been really good the entire time anyway. So it's been really good. Another one I got here, Chris from Chaos and Comics does the Saturday show with me and Dylan here on the channel. He's gonna yell at me for picking this up. He's gonna be like, "Dude, you idiot! You idiot! What'd you pay $4.99 right there, man? What'd you pay $4.99 for this book?" Well, it's a cardstock, right? It's got the cardstock on there. But they like Aftershock has been doing that with a lot of their number ones. I don't know. It seems like they're changing stuff over there. I don't know. Maybe a little bit with their business model, how they do things. They do a lot of trade paperbacks. I like to push a lot of those. But anyway, this book, this one right here, this new Join the Future. This one is an interesting book. I'm curious to see where they're going to go with the issue number 2. How everything's going to go here, because what we see is like it opens up like right here, and it's like it's like an ad like you would see in, I don't know, maybe think of like Minority Report or something like that. Futuristic, and they're in the future, and the government's gonna take care of you. Just come join their city, come join them, and you get to live for free. You get free healthcare. You get all this. You get all these great things. All you have to do is basically serve them. That's pretty much it. But you have to work for free, basically, too. So you really have no currency of your own. And then we flash here into the woods where we got this guy and his family who are there, kind of hunting. He's teaching his daughter how to hunt and things like that, and not just using all natural things, because his son's in here talking about, well, hey, we could use this, it would help out, but no, it's technology based. And then they're talking about, like, the girl has asthma and they have to take her to see the doctor, and he has to use some technology on, because they're not wanting to use technology at all. Like, they're like, this guy, he's the ends up being the mayor of this town. He's like done with the technology altogether. Like, no technology whatsoever, only stuff that's like actually mechanical kind of stuff, like no technology. So even when it comes to stuff like seeing the doctor, he don't want to, like all these machines and everything they got right here, he don't even want that going on. And they kind of get into to that a little bit here, but then they return to his little town where he's the mayor of, and there's these people in there with some of their spreading some of their propaganda there, trying to get some of the citizens to decide to go and be free and live in this world where all they have to do is serve the greater good, right? Serve the greater good, and they get to live for free, have free healthcare. He's talking about his daughter's asthma and her cough and how she could be cured and all that stuff. And naturally, the father, he's so against all this stuff. This mayor of this town, he's so against all this stuff. And like everybody else is kind of like, oh, come on, like, what? I mean, give, like, what's so bad about it? And obviously his kids are really curious about it. Like, they want to know what it's like to be there. So they're curious about this town and what's going on. They want to check it out. But then, obviously it goes against their father's wishes. The one of the kids here, he has an iPod that he's listening to music on. He's like, man, this music is so good. I really like it. And he's really into it. And his sister's like, man, what are you doing, man? You're going to get us in trouble. Well, then, their father comes outside, and then in comes these agents with all this tech, with all these tech weapons and everything. Because basically what's been going on is apparently these people in this town have been going out there and trying to muscle people in, trying to force people into going to their town and joining up, basically giving in to living like that. So I thought it's been, Join the Future has been a pretty issue number 1. I thought was a pretty good book. I thought it was a pretty decent one. The next one I have here was on Oni Press, this Dryad. Issue number 1. I started reading this one, and I guess I read it. This one's on Oni Press. I've never read anything on Oni Press. You guys read anything Oni Press? I don't know. I've never really heard. I've heard of them. I've seen some of the books that they have. This one I went ahead and picked up because it's like a you can see it looks like it's a medieval tale, like a fantasy. So I was like, hey. I'm kind of into that. I'll give it a check. I'll check it out. I mean, I go to Renaissance Fair, right? I go to Renaissance Fair with my family and everything. We dress up, we nerd out. It's fun. The first thing I got in here and I seen was just kind of the art style in here, and there's just some inconsistencies in the art. But basically, this guy and his wife they're trekking through the woods here at the beginning to. to this temple that they're going to check out, and he's like a historian. You can tell he's like a scholar, like a teacher, and they're there with their kids, hauling them with them, and they come upon this little town, and that's their destination. That's where they're headed to. They're basically leaving the big town to live this smaller life, and she's a warrior and he's a scholar, and we come here to fast forward in time, and we see that she misses that. She misses being in town, being a warrior, and all these kinds of things. And he's a teacher, and he's not into fighting. They go on this field trip, and the kids end up getting attacked by these, like this big spider monster, and he can't really do nothing to defend against that. But his wife can, and they're sitting there. This tale seems like it's really kind of about like marriage, and these folks getting along, this guy and his wife in this marriage where she's a warrior, she don't want to be in this little town, and then also their kids growing up as well, where their kids, they're older now, and they're kind of going through their own struggles of becoming adults, and they're, like I said, we're dealing with the elves here, they're elven. So we're dealing with some of those things. Now the thing is like some of the art in this book I really like, some of it I don't. There's inconsistencies in some of the looks of the characters, some of the art. This book This issue number one, while it's decent, it seems like some of the beats it goes a little too fast on. You know what I mean? Like it just jumps way too fast, and we're missing, I don't know, missing some context to things. Go ahead and check out a little bit more of that art. But I don't know. I don't know. Dryad issue number one. It was okay. It was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't like a something that really grabbed me in and makes me want to read the next issue. But other than that, it was a pretty decent read. So far. Then the other one I got right here is Savage Avengers issue number 11. I did get through this one. Savage Avengers has actually been a really good series. I have no complaints about Savage Avengers. Here we see Doctor Strange talking with Elektra. She ended up going into the Sanctum Sanctorum, and he's basically sitting there talking about Kulan Gath, because Kulan Gath has been somebody that he's fought before. The former Sorcerer Supreme Kulan Gath has been trying to basically take over the world by releasing this creature. They ended up destroying this creature, but some very cool things are going on in this book. I like this issue number one. It's very gory because we're kind of learning the history of Kulan Gath and how he gets his powers, how he gets his magic, and how he's learning it, if you will. A very bloody and gory book this one is, because Kulan Gath ends up being a cannibal. Man, I'm telling you, Savage Avengers has been really good. Written by Jerry Dugan, the same guy who's writing Marauders. This one's Savage Avengers has been really great. From issue number 1 all the way through issue number 11. We had issue number 0 a couple weeks ago that was really just basically a True Believers reissue. But yeah, that's all I got for the ones I've got read so far. I do still have a couple that I've got to get read. I've still got to read Justice League issue number 42 and Swordmaster issue number, what is this, 9? I've still got to read these two right here. I'm looking forward to both of these. Both of these have been pretty solid reads. I have a couple of other books that I got to get caught up on, guys. But that's all I have for my comic book so far. Like I said, I will be shooting some more in-depth reviews on these, and then I do still have to read these now. Going to see how these are. It's got previews of a lot of these books that are getting ready to come out on Upshot Comics. So I will be doing these. I'll be doing some reviews on some of these. I already have like Archangel 8 on my comic book pull list already at my local comic book shop. We also got the Resistance Red Border. I know there's one called Hotel right there, being written by John Lees, who has been writing Mountainhead over on IDW Comics. So yeah, I can't wait to get into those. But these previews, they're pretty thick books. They're like trade paperbacks. They're only $5, but they're in black and white. So I don't know. I guess. Whoa! Sorry about that, folks. My battery on my camera died. The battery on my camera died there. But anyway, guys. Yeah, thank you all so much for being here. But yeah, like I was saying about these Upshot books, these things are really cool. Like this one right here, I got it was like $10, and Russell, how dare you? I am live. See, I'm live, right? Perry Comics, thank you so much for being here, and thank you all so much for being here today. I do greatly appreciate you being here. But yeah, these Upshot Nows right here. This one was like $10, but what it is like this. It's pretty thick. It's this trade paperback like thing, but it's got all these black and white previews in there. So of like all these different issues. So yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. Pretty cool. I want to get through these. Like this one's issue 0. If you checked out my comic book pull list yesterday, you will have seen the others that I got, because I got this one right here. This issue number 0. Then there's this one right here. That's the issue number 1. And then the other one right here. This is the issue number 3. I'm not sure if they got the issue number 2 in or not. That's the issue number 3 right there. And it just has all these previews. Now, like, none of these comic books have come out yet. None of them have come out yet, but this thing right here for like $10 has all these different books in there. The number 1s on them, and then this one right here has different ones as well. So I don't know, pretty cool. But yeah, I want to read these, because this new company Upshot seems like they kind of came out of nowhere, and they've been making a big push, and they kind of put a bunch of books out there at once that they're doing. Which I don't know. Is that the best business plan these days for coming out with a new company or not? I don't know. Impact Theory has been doing a really good job. They started last year with one book, and it was one great book that was Neon Future. And then this year they got Hexagon getting ready to come out on March 18th. You should go check that out, or maybe the video that I did talking about Hexagon. I think I dropped that last week, maybe the week before. But yeah, I can't wait to see these. They've got different writers in here. Like they've got J. Michael Straczynski and Mike Deodato Jr. doing the Resistance, Michael Morisi and C.P. Smith doing Archangel 8, Jason Starr and Will Conrad doing Red Border. I don't know who all these people are, but yeah, they've even got like John Lee's right here doing Hotel. John Lee's he's been writing Mountainhead over on IDW Comics. I've really enjoyed that one. And Benjamin Percy doing Year Zero, who's right now he's writing he's doing the Wolverine series, as well as even the what's the other one he's doing in X-Force. He's doing X-Force as well, which is one of the best titles. It's actually my favorite out of the Dawn of X series, but anyway, guys, yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Let's see, I know I've seen, we got LB in the house, we got Fanjecture, we got Justin Simone, Captain Pennsylvania, Den of Nerds Live. I heard you out there shouting me out, Josh. Thanks. Thank you all to the Den of Nerds Live and everyone over at the Den of Nerds, and all of you fellow nerds who came here to hang out. Yinzer Jim, thank you so much for being here. Wookiee Supremacy, Wu-Tang Wells, my man Russell in the building. Ryan H, thank you so much for being here. Who else we got here? Eric Rigsby, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you're all having a very good morning today. Kermit the Log, where's Snow Deb at? Is he here yet? Jason Preston, and Jason Preston is one of our latest Patreon supporters. And like I was saying earlier, guys, make sure you go check out the Patreon, because later today, for $1 a month, you know, you can become a Patreon supporter. I'm going to be doing a live stream over there today, just talking, you know, just about the channel, just some of the stuff that's been going on, and get into a little bit more stuff. And then I'm also going to start doing some Patreon live streams. It's just exclusive to Patreon, but you know, you can only find them there. They won't be here on the regular channel, so it's not flooding everything, because you know, like with, you know, a bunch of the content that I don't want to make regular here on the channel, it'll just be there available through Patreon, and it won't be like ones that you have to pay for. It'll just be available only. You'll be able to only find it through there. So yeah, make sure you guys go check out the Patreon channel. But today I will be doing a live stream over there for the Patreon supporters. And let's see. What else we got here? Renee Ramon, thank you so much for being here as well. Fanjecture, Perry Comics, and Demajana, my brother. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I was actually just watching your latest video just this morning. The one you were talking about, like Ethan Van Sciver and some of the things going on there. Or was that last night? With like the Spider-Man, the Wolverine, and yeah, you know which video I'm talking about. I don't have to tell you. And if you guys haven't been over to Demajani's channel, go check him out. Go check out Demajani. He's part of the Dark Council, a show I used to be on over there on Drunk 3PO's channel. Great guys that get together and stream every Tuesday. You should definitely go check out their channel as well. Let's see. And LB, yeah, I've seen you here earlier, man. And guys, did you guys check out the season premiere of Lonely with Friends last night? It was good. It was really good. I got to catch most of it before I got onto Fanjecture's channel last night, and we did the 2010 Pixar films. It was a very good time. You guys should definitely go check that out. Wu-Tang Well says, ha, hilarious chop in. You like that? You like that? That was pretty good, wasn't it? Like, the battery on my camera, bro. Is the battery on my camera? He says, hey, Damaj and I spelled your name right, says Wookie. That's funny. Maverick Pilgrim, thank you for being here. Perry Comics says, they sent me those like a month ago, and I can't remember where I put them. Oh, you're talking about these Upshot Nows? These things? They sent them to you? Yeah, and that's funny that you mentioned that, Perry, because I was thinking about reaching out to some of these guys and being like, hey, you know, you want to come on and talk about your books, you know, and check them out? I don't know. We'll, you know, hey, dude, line it up. Perry. And Perry, maybe next Friday, bro. You want to come on to the Trailer Park Live next Friday night? Cancel your Friday night show or postpone it for a little while or something, you know, and come on the show? You need to do it, bro. And this Friday, you know, and I need to reach back out to him again. We will have Lord Callus on the show tomorrow night. So yeah, make sure you are subscribed and stuff, dude. We're gonna have a good time tomorrow night. I'm spending $4 billion a year in comics, and I don't know where the money is coming from. Says Captain Pennsylvania. That's funny. Um, Trinity looking all smooth this morning. Oh yeah, yeah. I caught up. I caught up with the lawnmower a couple days ago. Gary North, thank you so much for being here. Perry Comics says they have big Marvel and DC writers and artists working for them. I was surprised you don't see that in new publishers. Yeah, yeah, that's true. And I think maybe it's because some of them are just wanting to. I mean, like J. Michael Straczynski, I know he's been doing some work for DC. If I'm not mistaken, he's been doing a lot of work over there, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're just getting some of like the bigger names that are up and coming, and some that have been around for a little while. To write some of their books, yeah, definitely something interesting, you know. Because I started to see that when I started seeing them in the previews books, I was like, hey, what's this? Where'd these guys come from all of a sudden? And I was looking at the books. I'm like, these sound very interesting, and I'll show you, you know, some of the art in here. Like, what do we got? The Resistance here. Writer J. Michael Straczynski, artist is Mike Diodato Jr. Letterer is Sal Cipriano. Let's see if we can find a cool, I don't know, something interesting. Well, like here, we'll just turn up and see. And these are all in black and white, and I think that's just because these are the previews for them. Where, you know, since they're not available yet, you can go buy the actual number ones, number twos, and stuff like that when they come out. But if I'm not mistaken, these are previews of the full comic book here as well. So you're getting the full thing just in black and white in this format. Hey, that's not bad. You know, $10 for this one, and I'm not sure what all it has in here. But it says full black and white previews of these 3 issues, and I think it has plus preview pages from all these other books. So it's giving you a bunch of previews as well. So I don't know. Like Archangel 8. This is one I've got that on my comic book pull list already. At the comic book shop. Can't wait for that to come out. That one's being done by Michael Morisi, one of my favorite writers. Here lately, over like the past year, he's been writing some really good books. Like he's done The Plot over on Vault Comics. He also did Maul on Vault Comics as well. And I know he's been doing Wasted Space for Vault Comics as well. And I haven't read that, but I've heard Wasted Space is really good. So if you guys have seen or read any of those, let me know down in the comments below, because some of those are just really good books. And right here, you got this one for Red Border. And there's that's the last page for Archangel 8 there. So, you know, you're getting it here in black and white, you know, and you can imagine what it looks like once it's colored in and everything. But then, yeah, the next one here is Red Border with Jason Starr and Will Conrad. Oh, man. We got some boobies. There's some boobies. I can't show you guys this. I'll get demonetized. But, yeah, there's, we got... There's some boobies right here, like the 3rd page. There's boobies in here. Oh my god, it's on like a whole page, guys. Yeah, come on. What? No. Yeah. And then I'll show you some stuff that doesn't have boobies, so you know, so I don't get demonetized here with showing you guys some boobies and stuff. I'll get in trouble. Get in trouble for doing that. You know what I mean? Because that's bad. Let's see what else I got in here. Frank Cho. Is Fight Girls, 10 women, 4 challenges, 1 crown, winner rules the empire. Hey, I'm... Hashtag no comment. What's Perry got to say about that? What's Perry got to say about that down in the comments? I can imagine what he's thinking about that. That's funny. What are your thoughts, Perry? Perry Comics says, I start before you and go longer than you. You come on my show. Well, no, Perry, that's not how it works. Because I seen you. You've said it to me like 4 times in your videos. Like, hey man, you bring me on your channel. Like, dude, I'm telling you, come on my channel. Because like that's my biggest show. That's like the show that gets like the most views is my Trailer Park Live. You know, because other than that, you know, like you're the big dude. You're the big dude. You brought me on your show. It's your turn to come on mine. It's your turn to come on mine. You know. But yeah, Fight Girls. Fight Girls is a new one coming out here, and it looks like these girls are getting ready to compete in some sort of Olympic style events, maybe. I don't know. where they're going to be battling till to the death. I don't know. I don't know. These, like I said, that's for this. What else we got here? Hotel. Okay, this is one. I'm hoping I can get the issue number 1 on. Is the Hotel issue number 1. This is cool to me because it's written by John Lees. John Lees has been doing Mountainhead over on IDW Comics, and it's a great horror series, but it's only been like 3 books. It's like IDW, they went like Marvel on this one. Like they started doing this series and they completely forgot that they were publishing it, and they just they put out 3 of them and they forgot to put out the rest of them. They're like, oh hey, like, oh were we still putting that book out? No, I'm serious. Yeah, because Mountainhead is a great book. Mountainhead is a great book. It's a great horror series. Like the first couple issues were kind of like, okay, there's some creepy stuff going on, and then I think it was issue number 3, man. Like it went bonkers. Like I was like, holy crap! Or maybe issue 4 came out and now 5 still has to come. I can't remember how it is, man. But I've got them here and tucked away. But yeah. Let's see. Aggressively Relaxing says, it's true the number of great comic shows makes me always feel like a bad person not supporting great channels. Yeah. I hear you. Star Wars Santa says, more Star Wars. I don't really read a whole lot of Star Wars comics, but God, what was the last one I just picked up? I know I just picked one up. The new Darth Vader series. I started reading that one. I read issue number 1. I didn't do a review on it just because over these past few weeks I've been busy with a lot of stuff. But I'll be doing some more reviews on those kinds of things. But Star Wars Santa, if you want somebody who's been doing more Star Wars comic book reviews, you should check out my brother Lord Callus. He's been doing more of the comic book reviews as well on the Star Wars comics. So he's been keeping up on those ones. So make sure you go check him out. That's Lord Callus. Very cool channel. I'll see if I can find his link or something here in a little while. Man, that just sounds bad, doesn't it? See if I can. Yeah. Anyway, I bet you can't hit that like button. Oh man, Wookie funny. Yeah, make sure you guys, if you guys are here, make sure you hit the like button. I do greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Can me and Jason see the boobies? No, I can't. I'll get demonetized. Somebody's gonna come in here, or the YouTube algorithm's gonna see it, and they're gonna flag my content. I'm gonna get demonetized. They're gonna take the ads out of this video, and they're gonna be like, no, Trinity, you can't be showing boobies in your videos, man. I wish I could though. The 2Med2 Star Wars Network says Captain Pennsylvania, Buffalo Bills. Yeah, man. Yeah, the Buffalo Bills. He loves the Buffalo Bills. He's like my good friend back home. Loves them Buffalo Bills. Bills Mafia here. Perry Comics says, fair enough. Okay, I'll get with my people to see what I can work out. Yeah, let's get a hold of me. Send me an email. Send me an email, and then we'll get some phone calls. We'll get some phone calls going on. We'll make some calls. Wu-Tang Will says, shit, Trin. Shit, wait. Trin might just show us his boobies. We need to be... Yeah, we might... No, you don't have to worry about me. You got to worry about if Myrtle's here. Myrtle shows up in the building. You know Myrtle, he don't give it... Myrtle don't care. He'll show you his boobies for sure. Hell, he might start twerking for you. Hard to say with that guy. So you're saying the Mafia is 3 deep in the stream? Really? We got wow, Bill's Mafia is 3 deep. I could text my friend Mike and see if we could get him on here too. And we'll be 4 deep, man. He's Bill's Mafia all the way. Remember Flutie Flakes? I bet you he still has his box of Flutie Flakes sitting around at his house. Perry Comics says Star Wars Bounty Hunters looks dope for next week. Yeah, I think I heard Dylan talking about that one yesterday on your show last night as well. I think I heard him talking about that. I heard you guys talking all about that when Dylan started stripping on the camera in front of everybody. What was that all about? I was sitting there like, oh, like, Dylan, bro, like, what are you doing, man? Like, it's already a sausage fest in here, bro, but you're getting ready to show us your wang? Come on, man. Save that for Money Shot. Wait till you're talking about Money Shot to start doing that, bro. Like, because then at least I'm prepared for it. You're talking about bounty hunters, and then you're starting to like start stripping on us. Come on, bro. Come on. Yo, do Star Wars. Yeah, I was gonna say I've been reading the that Darth Vader one, but yeah, maybe I'll bring some reviews on those. I'll see if I can get some to read and review for you all. I can do one. Let me know which ones you guys want me to do. If you guys want me to review Bounty Hunters next week, let me know. I can do that. I can do that. Let me know. I can certainly do that here on the channel for you guys. Don't even worry about that. Not a problem. Not a problem. Oh man, even drawn movies, yeah, man. They'll because if that was the case, Professor Bill over at Comic Book University, he has ones that he uploads on Pornhub to review, and some of those end up being like Zombie Tramp, and some of those kind of books where they show boobies and things like that in them. Like I think he did Machine Girl over there as well, because I've got Machine Girl, and it has it don't necessarily show boobies in it, but you do. Okay. You do get some in there. Like let me see if I can show you Machine Girl here. I thought I had it here towards the front of my books. Maybe not. Oh, you know what? And that's something else I wanted to tell you guys. Since Perry told me F off on his stream last night when I was telling him, if you guys go to Impact Theory Comics, go to their website, you can download each issue of Neon Future absolutely free. Absolutely free. You just gotta click on the digital comic, add it to your cart, and they'll send it to you for free. Every single issue, all 6 issues of Neon Future are free. You guys can go check it out, man. I'm telling you, I gave away a trade paperback of this. I gave away this trade paperback last year, and not this exact one. I got a different one. I know what you're thinking, like you gave it away to yourself. No, go check it out. It's a very good book. Very good book. Okay, so where is this? Where is this book at? Where is this book at? Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it here. But anyway, and another book I've got to Perry Comics says just another excuse to go to Pornhub. No, I'm serious though. Go to Professor Bill's channel. You'll see he does that. Okay, and I've got another one. Like, okay, guys. There's some weirdos out there in the world, and this is something maybe we'll get into later today. There's some weirdos out there in the world who talk about things going on out there. They have their criticisms of say like comic books and things like that, but they don't even read comic books, or maybe they do. Maybe they talk. Maybe they don't. Who knows? Actually, I do know. There's people out there who talk a lot about comic books and don't read comic books. There are people out there who talk about certain fandoms and things out there who aren't part of the fandoms, who don't support the things anyway, who talk, who are weirdos, right? They talk about things that they're not even a part of, which, like for instance, let's say you talk about and criticize Comicsgate, but you don't even support any of their books. Or you talk about supporting indie creators, but you don't even actually support any of them yourself. Well, you know what? There's just weirdos out there who do that because people are weirdos. Like I said, make sure you tune in. Make sure you go. Spend $1. Spend $1, guys. Become a monthly Patreon supporter. Tonight we're going to have a great conversation. But, in short, I got this book right here from Pocket Jacks Comics. This right here is Guinevere and the Divinity Factory, issue number 2. And so yeah, I got there are some indie comic books that I do support out there. This one's done by Preston Poulter at Pocket Jacks Comics. This is like a cardstock variant. It's a very nice book. I read issue number 1 of Guinevere and the Divinity Factory. I do have it here as well, and I'm going to read here issue number 2. I'm going to read issue number 2 and see how it is. Bring you guys a review on this. I got this in, I want to say last week, maybe the week before. Just been very busy getting caught up on a lot of stuff. I've actually been thinking about reaching out to Preston Poulter, asked him if he wanted to come on the show to maybe talk about when he launches his campaign for this new issue. And I think he's already done that for Guinevere and the Divinity Factory issue number 2. And maybe I'll bring him on the show to talk about his comic book. But it's crazy because there's some people out there who talk about these kinds of things who aren't even really involved in it at all. You know what I mean? They're going out there and talking about some of these things, some of these people, just some of these different things. It's just like weird, you know. And I guess that's how fandoms kind of get to be sometimes, right? Weird, weird. It's full of a bunch of weirdos. So make sure you guys tune in. I'm telling you, $1, $1, become a Patreon supporter. Check out the live stream, the monthly Patreon supported live stream. But then, like I said, we are going to be doing some more different types of videos over there through Patreon that will be available through Patreon. But you won't have to be a Patreon supporter to watch those. You won't have to, they'll just be available over there. So I don't overflood my my channel here with all of those different kinds of things. So I'm telling you guys, go check it out. Go check it out. I am True Skills. What's up, my brother? How are you doing? Jason Preston says Bills is my third team though. I'm just playing. What does blue mean? Blue? I mean, oh, what are we talking about? I don't see your I don't see my name in blue on your channel. In blue. Oh. um. Modding, about modding. Captain Pennsylvania says, "You're okay with me then, Jason, as long as you don't like the Patriots. I hate Tom Brady's grandma." Dang, bro, that's some deep-seated hate right there. If you hate his grandma, I think I picked that up at New York Comic Con last year. Oh, you're talking about Neon Future? Yeah, probably so. I know they were giving away issue number 1s for free at a lot of the cons that they went to. Yeah, Neon Future, man, it's a great book. I really do like it. Jason Preston says, hate the Pats almost as much as the Steelers. I'm from Pittsburgh. What? What do we got going on here? Oh man, you guys are lucky again, dude. Lucky again. There'd be no feces left after I got done. This is now a football stream. No, it's not. Chats have a life of their own, bro. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They do. Yeah, sorry about the football talk. No, you're all good. I don't watch football anymore myself. I don't watch football. But there's not even any football going on right now. What are you guys talking about? Hasn't, yeah, I mean, the Super Bowl already happened. Like, everything, it's done. It's done. You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned right now, as far as I would say back in the day when I was actually watching football, I would already tell you that the Bears are already number 1 in their division. All right, the Bears are already winning the division. They're already number 1. Yeah, they're already undefeated as of right now. And the Super Bowl, that's old. That's old shit. That's old shit. The Bears are on top of the division right now. They're number 1, undefeated, and that will remain so until they take a defeat. And that's where I stand with that. That's where I stand with that. Or where I would have stood when I was watching football still. Because, Anyway, because then, the Super Bowl champions, whoever it was this year, they're running around going, yeah, we're the champions. Like, nah, bitch, that was last year. That was last year. Get out of here with all that stuff. Yeah. XFL is on? Oh! XFL. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this XFL. What's the XFL? Is that like a new, is it the Extreme Football League? That's funny. Oh, man. Jason says, Trin, do you have a copy of Batman 500? I don't. I don't have Batman 500. I don't really have, I don't really have any Batman. I've got, Superman. I've got issue number 1 of Man of Steel. LFL for the win. That's funny. Let's see here. What do we get here? Fanjextra pledged $1 via Patreon. Ooh, we got a new Patreon supporter, you guys. Thank you so much, Fanjextra. Yeah, guys, make sure, like I said, make sure if you want to, as little as $1, you can become a Patreon supporter. And that's a monthly thing. And I've been doing at least one live stream a month over there for the Patreon supporters. But I do have some other things that I want to start talking about. And like I said, I don't want to overflood my channel with it, because here on the channel, I like dropping videos, doing comic book reviews, doing movie reviews, having fun and talking about things that we enjoy. Now, if some of these other videos, you know, if there's something that are interesting enough, some of my Patreon supporters think they're, you know, interesting enough that they might want, that I should bring them here on the channel, maybe I will bring some of those kinds of things over here to the channel and do a little bit more of that here on the main channel, as opposed to just doing it through Patreon. I seen that lingerie football. Oh, is that what the XFL is? Like, it's X-rated football league? Like, they're wearing lingerie out there? Oh man, bunch of dudes out there wearing lingerie, like putting his, like, you know, no man, that don't work out. It's ran by Vince McMahon. Hey, that's the isn't that Vince Vaughn's uncle? They got Vince, they're Vince's, right? No, I'm just kidding. That's the wrestling guy, right? The wrestling guy. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. What's up, Superior Hero Reviews? Thank you for being here. It's ran by Vince. Okay. Aggressively Relaxing says it's not how championships work. Let's talk MMA. Let's talk MMA. Boogie Woman fight this weekend. Come on, man. Damn telemarketers, bro. Telemarketers. That's all I ever get. Nobody ever calls me. Not even my mom calls me. Not even my mom. Anyway, is that arena football? Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I haven't seen it. He's trying to ease that Clerks 2 thing. Yeah, man. I'm still salty about that, bro. Like, the Clerks 2, it should have been Clerks 2. Hashtag it should have been Clerks 2. But I'm okay with Chasing Amy. Chasing Amy is okay, but it should have been Clerks 2. But, you know, yesterday, I don't know. We got a victory yesterday. I think we did get a victory yesterday. If you guys didn't go check out Fanjexter's channel, because we were doing the 2010s Pixar films, and I think I think the right movie won, because I think even if Toy Story 3 had beat out Coco, I still think Toy Story 3 would have been beat by Inside Out, because Inside Out is just such a great damn movie, man. It really is. It really is. And all the talent, the voice talent and everything they got in that movie is just great. Just great. Yeah, if you guys didn't check it out, is that the right one? No, that's not the right one. If you guys didn't check it out, you should go check out Fanjexter's channel, man. The thing we did yesterday was great. It was great. Let's see. Fanjexter says, when my channel grows larger, I'll support more, my man. Oh, yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate it. Aggressively, you think she'll win that belt back? Oh, man. What are we talking about here? XFL again? XFL? She's going to win a belt? Half-court garbage. I'd rather watch the girls. No, it's arena. Okay, it is arena. It's put on by Vince McMahon. I'd still rather watch. Snow Dove, what's up, my brother? How are you doing? I'm True Skill says, you Trinity, would you ever consider acting? Oh yeah, totally. I'd totally consider acting. When I was growing up, you know, when I was a kid, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an actor. My daughter wants to get into acting too. My kids, they want to do that too. Telemarketers hate mutants. Yes, they do. Ask Aggressively Relaxing. Ask Aggressively Relaxing. He knows. What's going on, Two Brothers Comics? It's as I think Zhang is going to get outclassed. I'm somehow more excited for this fight than Romero and Izzy. Oh, are we talking about Madam? Is that Madam? Oh, no, that's Madam Wong. I was thinking Madam Wong. You know what I'm talking about in Arrow? Are you guys reading Arrow? The comic book Arrow? I thought you were talking about Madam Wong. Yeah, my bad. Hey, gotta run. I'll catch you later on the Patreon stream. All right, Jason, have a good one. Oh, I'm a telemarketer now? Yeah, sorry, LB. Sorry, bro. You got downgraded. Let's see. You are a telemarketer. Don't let me tell you about this week's Iron Man. Oh, man. Yes. Yeah. Ooh, man. Too bad you didn't want to stage some of those telemarketing calls aggressively. I'd get on and do one of those. Hello? Thank you. Yet we're calling for your Visa Bank of American Express card. Yeah. Anyway, I would totally do that. I'd totally be down to do something like that. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's really all I have. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Like I said, you guys seen the comic books I've got that I have done that I've got to do reviews for. I kind of talked a little bit about them here too, but guys, I've got to bring more reviews here for you guys. Let me know if there's any of those that you want me to talk about, do more in-depth reviews on. If you want me to do them first, but I've even got things like Black Stars Above. I'm behind on that. I've got Blade Runner 2019. I'm behind on some of these, and some of these I have reviews shot for. I just haven't had time to get them edited or anything. Look, I think I only talked about this one last month. Money Shot issue number 4. Still got to do. I still didn't even drop a review for Undone by Blood, which was a pretty decent issue, but. And that brings me back to something else in Join the Future that I want to talk about, probably when I shoot the review on that. But I have these others too. Man Who Effed Up Time, Alienated, that I haven't done reviews on. Justice League, I haven't done reviews on these. Hawkman, I haven't done any reviews on Hawkman, I don't think. And I've been loving the Hawkman series. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, I've got a big old stack of books here, guys, that I've got to do some reviews on. But I've also been kind of thinking about how to re-gear my comic book reviews as well to make them not just seem like one right. Because to me, sometimes I'm even shooting them and I feel like I'm doing the same video over and over and over. And now that's the one thing I like about the comic book community is I do like seeing all the different viewpoints on the comic books. It's much different than movie reviews and things like that. It really is. But I've been thinking about something gearing a little more towards having some fun with it, where it'll be good for people out there who haven't been reading the comics, maybe catching them in, starting them off like non-spoiler, and then moving into some spoilers and things like that, and still trying to, I don't know, man, just kind of been thinking about different ways to do it. I've also been thinking about changing the style and the format of them up every now and again. Like I've got an idea for some I want to do that I think are going to be really funny if I can get it done right. I think you guys will like it if you watch some of the other comic book reviewers out there. I think it could be fun. So, anyway, guys, yeah, let's see what's everybody saying here. It says Green Arrow is lame, says Wookie. The Two Made Two Star Wars Network says if you start doing Star Wars comics, you have an open invite to come on and live chat with me on Monday nights. Awesome, definitely. Yeah, I was gonna say I'll get some of them to read and review for sure. Legacy is my jam. Max Santiago, thank you for being here. Says, good morning to all. I'm driving. I just wanted to say hi. I'm enjoying the show. Thank you, Max Santiago, for being here. Tweet me the link to your Death's Head review. Death's Head, you know what? I haven't reviewed it. And I think I only picked up like the first 2, maybe 3 issues of that. And I dropped off of it just because I was reading part of the first one. I was kind of like, I don't know. And I just never picked it back up. And after like the first couple, I just dropped it. I was like, yeah, I'll get something else. But yeah, I'll do that when I get those some of those shot. Let's see. We need Hawkman. Yes. You know what? And I would love to see a DC Hawkman movie, but I want them to be doing good movies by then. I want it to be a good movie because I think Hawkman would be great. Especially what I've seen Robert Venditti doing with this character, because from what I heard, I think, God, who was it telling me about that? I think it was Longbox Diving was telling me about that in a live stream we were on together, that Robert Venditti has taken a lot of these kind of different character storylines with Carter Hall and tied them all together, where they used to just kind of all be a bunch of different separate storylines going on, like from different times and stuff, and he's kind of tied them in and made them make somewhat of a little bit of sense. And I've enjoyed what he's done through just the issues that I've read. So yeah, I mean, from what I've read, I would love to see a good Hawkman movie done. Definitely. Aggressively Relaxing says, these telemarketers are getting hip to me. I'm editing one right now where I explain Coates' Black Panther is an argument for reparations. Nice. Mike W. Rogers says, what up, 2nd Street? I never catch you live. All right, well, thank you for being here, Mike Rogers. And yeah, I usually start here at 8 p.m. Usually about 8:05 Monday through Friday. So yeah, thanks for being here. Max Santiago says, Captain Pennsylvania. Greetings, my friend. Day off, driving to see my girlfriend and enjoying your company here. Nice. Well, yeah. Be safe driving, man. Be safe driving. But of course, you're just listening in, so that's not so bad. I've got Death's Head and never read any of them. Yeah, right. I know, right? Like, Hawkman needs to be awesome. Yeah, a Hawkman movie needs to be awesome. A Hawkman movie, man, it could be great. A Hawkman movie could be really effing great, man. Really effing great. Wookie Supreme says, F Hawkman, I want Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. Yes, there you go. You know what I want? I want a frozen caveman lawyer. But unfortunately, the late, great Phil Hartman, well, he's late, unfortunately. But yeah, anyway. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it today for the morning after comic book chat. And guys, if there's any of you out there in the comic book community, like Perry Comics, if you're out there watching, aggressively relaxing, any of the other comic book creators out there, or just comic book fans, if you guys want to start, I think that's what I'll do maybe here on the Thursday morning show is maybe I'll bring a guest on and we'll chat for about a half hour about some comic books and things here on Thursday morning. If there's anybody who ever wants to join the chat, and that's what we'll do here on Thursdays, is we'll be doing the morning after comic book chat. So I don't know, sounds like a good idea. But anyway, guys, again, thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you tune in to the go subscribe to the Patreon. Go check it out. I'm going to be doing a Patreon live stream over there here later on today. Okay, so make sure you guys check that out. It's going to be interesting. Talk about a few things, and I will be doing more live streams through Patreon, not just for people who are paying through Patreon. Just some different things over there. Probably have some different guests and things on there over there as well. But guys, thank you all so much for being here. Like I said, go check out the Patreon. If you'd like, you can send in direct donations via Streamlabs, or you can even send in super chats if you like. Any of that is going to just upgrade stuff here on the channel, just to bring a better experience to you all. And like I said, please feel free to leave me all your feedback at any given time. It really does help me improve as a content creator. I look forward to hearing your feedback. You all have a very good day. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you all tonight on the Patreon live stream. Later.